Let's talk about how you can create and monetize GPTs. GPTs are apps inside of ChatGPT. They allow you to create a specific GPT for a specific use case, and in the future, you'll be able to make money from these GPTs. Now, OpenAI said that they were going to launch the GPT marketplace in the month of December, but they've recently pushed that back until the year 2024. So it's going to be launched in the beginning of next year. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't start building out your GPTs, because once it does launch, if you do have a GPT that's working well, you will be ahead of your competitors and your GPT can rise to the top and you can start making money from your GPT. So for example, if we take a look at my screen here, I created a GPT which is called the Blog Post Content Humanizer. Now this GPT has already been used over 304 times, right? Now I was able to get some people using this because I have a YouTube channel, my main channel, which is Digital Creator Avi, and I was able to promote my blog post content humanizer on my YouTube channel. But because it already has 304 users or people that have used this GPT, I believe that when the GPT marketplace becomes available, it'll be easier for me to rank this blog post content humanizer higher than newer blog post content humanizers, because OpenAI will see that people have already used this GPT and maybe they're happy with the results in which they're getting. Of course, I'm going to constantly improve and optimize this GPT just to make sure that it's working well, but I think that this will give me a competitive advantage, and I'll show you how you can do the same. Now, I've also created a one-click SEO optimized blog post writer, and this only has about 85 people that used it. So that's why I recommend creating a variety of different GPTs that you think would be useful, and you'll find that one or two will do well, and those are the ones that can allow you to be able to rise to the top for that specific GPT and start making money from OpenAI once it becomes available. Before we go into actually how you can create your GPT, because I think that's pretty easy for you to do and very intuitive, it's more important for you to understand which GPTs may work better than others. So this website, OpenGPT, will give you some ideas for GPTs that people have already created, and you'll be able to see how many views these GPTs have. So you can see the most popular GPTs. You can have an example of what you think would work well if you were to create a GPT. So we have the Wolf of Wall Street GPT. So this is an expert in finance and stock market with a Wall Street edge, so this would be very popular. We also have a finance consultant, Dolly 3, that is already created, so I wouldn't go ahead and create that. Simplify Me, which transfers any photo into a visually stunning Simpsons moment. We have some other fun ones here. We have a creative writing coach. This has about 232 views and about 75 clicks. So you can go ahead and take a look at this list, and you can get some ideas for what you believe would be popular GPTs. Another really good website in which you can use to find the best GPTs is LingoBlocks. So head over to lingoblocks.com/GPT store. And as you can see here, again, we have a variety of different GPTs in which you can take a look at. So we can see the upvotes, we can see the chats, and we can see the views. So again, this can give you ideas for what is popular, and you can take some inspiration and improve upon a couple of these GPTs and create it for yourselves. And if you actually want to get more views to your GPT before the App Store is finished, then you can submit your GPT onto this directory. So it will be able to feature your GPT just by entering your URL, your email address, and then you can submit that into their directory. So that will be an easy way for you to start getting views for your GPT, and you can also start getting some clicks and people using it, which will allow you to be a little bit ahead of the curve once GPT Marketplace is launched. So as you can see, there's a variety of different GPTs in which you can choose from: productivity, programming, image generation, writing. There's a lot of good ones for writing, entertainment, education, and so on. Another website in which you can take a look at to get some ideas for GPTs is AIPRM. This is a prompt-based website which created a lot of very popular prompts when ChatGPT first came out for people to use. So this could actually give you ideas for prompts that were very popular or use cases that were very popular, and you can take this and turn this into a GPT. So for example, 100% SEO optimized human written article that was created by Juma has 9.7 million views, 7.4 million I think discussions, and it's been liked over 1.2 thousand times. So this is really good. So this is showing demand, right? People want human written content that's SEO optimized. So again, this is something you can create a GPT around. We also have a mid-journey prompt generator. This is also another really good idea. Write best articles to rank on Google, fully SEO optimized articles, including FAQs. Again, a lot of views there. So If you go through this list, you will be able to find some ideas for prompts in which you can create. So again, we have keyword strategy, write a complete book in one click. So again, these are all really, really good ideas for GPTs in which you can create. YouTube script creator, rewrite an article, article builder, smart and detailed article using H tags, Yoast SEO optimizer, e-commerce SEO generation for product descriptions, buyer persona legend, SEO articles, meta and title and descriptions. They also have a tab for GPTs. So now you can actually go ahead and browse through some of the most popular GPTs from their community. And again, this is really good because it allows you to get an idea for which GPTs are going to be popular, and you can recreate or create a better GPT. So that's how you can find some great ideas for GPT. Now let's talk about how you can actually go ahead and create your own GPT. So let's first figure out which GPT we want to create. So let's say, for example, we wanted to create an email copywriter that writes engaging emails for our newsletter. First, we would head over to GPTs, and then we would click create a GPT. Now we can use the GPT builder, or we can configure. It's much easier to use the GPT builder, so let's go ahead and use that. So what would we like to make? We just need to describe what we would like to create. So I've told it that we would like to create an engaging email copywriter that writes emails for newsletters. Okay, so the AI has started to create our GPT. It is creating an engaging email copywriter for newswriter. It's skilled in writing clear, concise, and appealing emails tailored to various themes and topics. How would you like to name your GPT? So we're going to name it Newsletter Wordsmith. I think that's a pretty good name. Do you like this profile picture, or would you like to make any changes to it? So it actually goes ahead and creates an image, I believe, using GPT. So DALL-E 3. So I like the image, I like the description of it, and I like the name. So now we can continue to the next steps. So now that we have our name and our image, the AI is asking us, what kind of emails would you like GPT to specialize in? For example, should it focus on promotional content, informative emails, or a specific industry? The context has been updated. It's now an expert in crafting a wide range of emails. Now let's consider the language and tone. Should the newsletter wordsmith use a more formal or casual tone? So essentially, we're just building out this GPT as we would like it to be. So we're going to tell it to write all of the emails in the style of Tim Ferriss and make it casual but informative. Okay, so now the tone has been updated, and it's asking us if there's anything else that we would like to add or adjust. For this example, I'm going to say no, we are good to go. Now, if you want to play around and test out this GPT, we can do so on the right-hand side. For example, I've told the AI to write an email for my newsletter welcoming new subscribers. So here there, new explorer, welcome to our little corner on the internet. I'm beyond thrilled to have you join our vibrant community. This isn't just any newsletter, it's a treasure trove of discoveries, a place where curiosity meets insight and honesty. It's a bit like a cozy chat over coffee with friends. Okay, I think that's really, really good. I think because we told it to write in the style of Tim Ferriss, it's kind of copying that style, but I think this is really awesome. Like, it's very, very personable. It's very casual. And it's well prompted, because as you can see here, we're getting some pretty good outputs. So that's simply how you can create your GPT. Now, once you're happy with your GPT, we can save it. We may need to just make sure we're adding our name there. And the cool thing is that you can actually go ahead and add your own website. So you can add your website, and this is awesome because when anyone's using this, you can add a prompt where it will take people over to your website. So GPTs can also be a way in which you can send people over from your GPT onto your website. So it can kind of be like a lead generation strategy, right? Maybe you're doing an email newsletter GPT bot, but then it goes over to your website where you have a full course or a full software which writes content for emails, right? So you can think of GPTs as not just a way of making money on the marketplace, but also as a way of getting leads and people over to your website. And if you head over to configure, there's a couple of things in which you can do. You can actually upload files. So we can upload files. Let's say if we have a bunch of emails from Tim Ferriss, we can upload a bunch of those emails, and then the AI will have a better understanding of how to write content related to the style of Tim Ferriss. We can also include web browsing, DALL-E image generation, and a code interpreter. So let's say we actually wanted to create an image for this specific email. We can then tell the AI to create an image for this email, and because again we have DALL-E 3 enabled, it will be able to create that image. So very, very cool. You're able to combine different models. We can also add the code interpreter, and here's your image, and you can then go ahead and use that within your email. So let's go ahead and save this. We're going to save this we'll just make it public. Why not? So it's public now, so you can actually go ahead and use this if you want. I'll leave the link for this specific email writer in the description below today's video, and you can check it out for yourselves. But that's how simple it is for you to actually create your own email writer. I would highly recommend that you play around with GPTs. You create as many as you can, put it out into the public sphere, and you may be surprised at which GPTs may do better than others, and you can be a little bit ahead of the curve before the GPT marketplace launches. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope that you learned something new. If you did, let it be known by giving us a big thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, stay well.